Hey Juan, how you doing today?
Good, Connor. How are you doing?
Good, thanks for asking. One thing I just want to talk to you about too is I know you were a part of the Kingdom show, and that show's obviously kind of been back on Netflix too. I mean, what's it been like, kind of seeing the resurgence of that during this time where just days away from the title?
Oh, it's we put a lot of hard work, and we like Joe Stevenson and I to make the show as authentic as possible, where people could truly relate to it. Trying to give our life stories and being able to see our life stories play out in some of the scenes and Kingdom as was a blessing, and then to be part of it. And I fight out of Navy Street to this day. That's why you'll hear them say fighting out of Navy Street, Venice Beach, California. I a crazy story was after the first season, I met the writer of the show. His name's Byron Balasco. He Joe Stevenson introduced me to him. He's like, "Hey, this is my fighter." Da da da. He's like, "Oh, I know you from somewhere." And I was like, "Oh, I don't think we have ever met." He's like, "No, but I know you." And then the next day, he shows me a video, and it was my first fight. He's like, "Dude, this was the first MMA fight I've ever been to, and I watched your first fight." And he's like, "It gave me so much inspiration on what I want a fight scene to look like because I got dropped in the first 30 seconds. He was sitting in between my family. They're just going crazy because they're fight fanatics and are just combat fanatics in general. And he got every different type of feeling that he wanted to feel from a crowd, from a fight, and he was like, "Dude, it was awesome." And I was like, "Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it." And then Joe Stevenson, man of great ideas, he said, "Hey, I have an idea. Like, why doesn't, if it's okay with you, let Juan fight out of Navy Street the rest of his career?" He's like, "Dude, would you do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind fighting out of Navy Street. I would love to." And then the next season and the season after, he let me actually wrote me a character in the show. And when Joe Stevenson was fighting on the Ultimate Fighter, I stepped in for the MMA consultant on the show, so it was an awesome experience. And then I was driving between that and the Ultimate Fighter and back and forth, and so just dealing with the in betweens, and it was just an awesome opportunity to have, and I was truly blessed to go through that experience.
Well, hopefully they bring that show back, and then you can have the title on the show.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why, like, at the end, they like tell Ryan, like, they're like, "We're either going to go to Bellator or UFC," because I was on that fence. And so they wanted to bring that reality into the show and talk more about the UFC and Bellator as a guy that I fought for King of the Cage, and the promotion was called King Beast. And you have
Mm-hmm.
these champions coming up out of King Beast that made their claim in the local scene, and now we're ready to step up to a worldwide production like Bellator or UFC. And obviously, I went the Bellator route, so it was cool to see that transpire and happen.
Thanks, Juan.
Yeah, absolutely.